Although Scrabble is almost 90 years old, the constant evolution of language keeps the game fresh. This year, hundreds of new words are coming to Scrabble, and some of them are going to have a huge impact on the game. But wait, some of you may be saying, didn't we just do this? Yes, several hundred new words were added to the North American list in 2023 and became playable in tournaments in 2024. But HarperCollins just announced that all of those words plus several hundred additional words are coming to worldwide tournament play in 2025. I've gotten a look at these words, and in this video, I'm going to give you my top 10 words to know from these additions. Without a doubt, the headliner from this year's update is the interjection uwu. I'm pretty sure this will be the first Scrabble word to originally derive from an emoticon of a cat face. Over time, uwu has morphed from image to sound to word. It's used to signify being overwhelmed by something cute, but as a Scrabble player, it would be tough to come up with a more useful three-letter word. The UW combination is famously terrible in Scrabble, with very few words containing both. That's why any word with those letters, especially short ones, gains extra importance. In this case, UUW is literally one of the worst three-tile combinations in the game right now. The numbers here estimate how your next turn's score will compare to your usual average score when you have these tiles. All of these combinations are so awful that they'll lead to a huge number of exchanges, hence the low numbers. But after uwu's addition, a huge number of exchanges will become productive plays instead. That's why it'll be the single most impactful addition in this update. It also takes no front or back hooks, making it a strong defensive option as well. Honorable mention goes to uwu's partner in crime, owo, but make no mistake, uwu will be much more useful. You'll notice that on the list of ugly tile combinations, UV is also well represented, which leads me to our next word, bruv.
Which is well wicked, innit, bruv?
While the more standard North American bruh has been playable stateside all year, this British-only variation is poised to be even more impactful. We can all appreciate bros coming up with new ways to salute one another. In fact, brew was already valid, so be careful of the new extra hooks if you see that on the board. Next up is an extreme Scrabble rarity in the form of a Q word without a U, and that's Kima. Words like this are so valuable because the Q can really be a hassle without a U alongside it. This spicy minced meat dish was already valid with a K, but this new spelling will be significantly more useful to Scrabble players worldwide. I have to give an honorable mention to another Q without U word in this update, kameez, but this word requires all of the letters in Kima as well as the lone Z tile, so it'll hit the board significantly less often. Speaking of the Z, it gets a very useful new slang word in tamaz, Australian slang for tomorrow. 5-letter words that start or end in a power tile are favored by the board's geometry, and dumping multiple O's along with the Z should prove useful. Honorable mention goes to the similar bants, short for banter. Note that both of these represent Z hooks on valid 4-letter words as well, adding to their utility. With the Q and Z out of the way, let's move on to the X, which hasn't gotten a huge boost in the new update, but regex, a computer science term for regular expression, should quickly become a staple. Again, 5s ending in power tiles have a tendency to rack up big scores, and the G and X are found together in an extremely low number of shorter words, so this will be a nice way to dump them both when you have them. The J gets a little bit more love than the X in this update, and while honorable mention goes to bujo, short for bullet journal, of which my wife has many, I'm going to give the spot on the list to baijiu, a clear liquor distilled in China. Apparently, it's known for its extremely high alcohol content, but in Scrabble, it'll be valued for its extremely high vowel content. Baiju might not come up as often as the shorter words on this list, but when it is playable, it's very likely to be by far the best play, using up a J and a ton of vowels for potentially solid scores. With the power tiles out of the way, let's return to the UW combo with another extremely useful anime-inspired word of waifu. Fans of female characters in various video games or anime can get pretty attached, leading to the wife-like designation of this word. I can only dream that my videos ever reach the view counts of the many waifu tier list videos on YouTube. Even if you don't have a waifu pillow of your own, as a Scrabble player, you can enjoy another useful UW word as well as a potentially useful U-hook to the existing word waif. In that spirit, I'll give an honorable mention here to washi, as in washi tape, another potentially useful hook to the word wash. It's really surprising that this next word wasn't already valid in Scrabble, but better late than never for laggy to find its way onto the word list. Anyone that's ever done any online gaming has used this word many times. For Scrabble purposes, using two G's in one word can often be a lifesaver, with the Y adding some scoring punch. But it's also well worth noting that Aggie was also added to the list this year, and laggy is one of 8 different front hooks for this word, by far the most of any new 4-letter word. Though it's already been added stateside, honorable mention goes to the similar janky, which has even higher scoring upside with the J, K, and Y all together. Another new word with an assortment of high-scoring tiles is one of my favorites, and that word is chonk. As the proud dad of 2 cats, I'm no stranger to the majestic beauty of the chonk. In fact, our kitties and doggos got a lot of love in the latest update, with chonk, chonky, floof, and floofy all making their way in. I'd be remiss if I didn't also add that the hilarious Chungus made its way into the update as well, in addition to sploot, one of the goofiest animal behaviors there is. But chonk will very appropriately score a nice fat number of points almost any time you get to play it, so it gets the nod for word number 9. Finally, let's finish off the top 10 with one of the most useful words ever to be added to the Scrabble dictionary in zhuzh, as in to zhuzh something up, making it more exciting. All right. Yes, this word has 2 Z's in it and is actually borderline useless in Scrabble, but playing it is going to be a badge of honor the way kayak is right now, and as such, it's very important to be aware of. In the 1 in a billion chance that you have both H's, the Z, and the blank in just the right situation, you need to seize that opportunity. All right, that does it for my top 10. If you want to have a look at the other newly added words, I'll put a link to them in the video description, and you can let me know how much of a dumbass and an asshat I am for not including your favorites, after which I will eye roll. All right, have fun with all the new words. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.